Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know who I am, hello, my name is Linda and I'm a product designer here in Toronto. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the design tools that I cannot live without as a product designer, and some of the tools that I mentioned I don't use on a daily basis. It really depends on the project and what I actually need them for. But that being said, yes, the background is different than my usual videos. I am back in my Toronto condo, and yes, I am sitting on my floor because I don't have a chair right now, so don't mind that. For the rest of the video, I'm going to be sharing my screen on the tools that I'll be using, so let's get right into the video. So the very first design tool that I use and I cannot live without would be Sketch. And for those who aren't familiar with it, it's a design digital app that allows you to create, prototype, and collaborate with others on your designs. And it's primarily used for designing the UI and UX of mobile apps and web as well. For myself, I use Sketch primarily to create designs, whether that's creating wireframes or icons for mobile apps and web. So I'm going to just quickly go into the Sketch app itself and kind of show you what it looks like. So here is my canvas with a lot of different artboards of my mobile app. You can have like different pages as well if you want to be more organized. And also what I really like about Sketch as well is that they have like different artboards that you can choose from. So like they have like Apple devices, Android. They recently added a social media aspect. So if you're creating assets for marketing, this is really helpful in Sketch. And yes, I am using dark mode. I use dark mode for everything that I can, but you can still get this in white as well. In terms of price, I believe I paid a one-time fee of $99, and it's yours to keep forever. But let me just show you the pricing on their actual website here. So yeah, for individuals, it's $99 one payment, and it's yours to keep forever. And then you can also do a $79 renewal per year. So this allows you to get like year updates and save onto cloud. So the second design tool that I use would be Envision, and Envision is a prototyping, collaboration, and workflow tool. For myself, I only use it for prototyping and bringing my designs to life. I really love it because it really lets me efficiently create interactive mock-ups for my wireframes and designs. And another plus is after creating my prototype as well, I can share it with my team or clients for any feedback, which they can make notes onto the actual prototype itself. Now I'm in my account, and I'm just going to show you my prototype for my CTU project that I did, that you guys can also look on my portfolio for that. You can upload all of your designs onto Envision. Another way to do this a lot more quicker would be getting the Craft Manager plugin onto Sketch, which allows you to automatically upload onto Envision through Sketch, which is very, very great. And for example, if I go into this screen here, I get to see my design on a phone, and then I can start building, which allows you to create these interactive prototypes where you can select a certain place in your screen and then link it to a certain artboard that you already have. And then once you do that, you can pick kind of the gesture, whether it's a tap, a double tap, swipe right, and the transition. So this allows you to show the kind of interactiveness of your app itself, and then you would save that. So then when you're out of build mode and into preview, you can click onto the spot, and that would essentially bring you to the next screen. And in terms of pricing for Envision, I have always used the free plan, and it includes like a free prototype. I'm guilty of using multiple different emails to not pay for it, obviously. But of course, if I had to pay for it, I would. So the next three that I'm going to be showing you will make more sense in a team setting, and I don't use these three very often. Again, like I said earlier in my video, I only use it depending on like the project itself and the tools that I actually need. So the very third design tool that I love and I use would be Miro. And Miro is an online collaborative whiteboarding platform, and it's great for working with others who brainstorm and ideate solutions or workflows. It can be used in many different scenarios. For example, you need to do design sprints. You can do that on Miro as well. They have like many different templates you can choose from if you don't want to start from scratch. When you do create an account, they give you that option to go through their templates there, and you can choose from that. It's really easy to use once you get the hang of it, and I think this works great when you're working in a remote setting like we are in quarantine. But showing you my first board in Miro, I want to show you like some of the cool features that I like using. Number one would be templates, obviously, and number two would be the robust set of widgets that you have. So like sticky notes that you can add here. My computer's a bit laggy, sorry about that. So sticky notes that you can add, and you can color code them, you can write on them, you can tag them, you can have like emojis if you want. And what's really cool as well is they have like a voting system. So the collaboration part is great if you need feedback on a certain design, or when you're working on different workflows, what works the best, you can kind of vote on that within Miro. And I think it's just really fun to use overall, especially again when you're working with other people. And in terms of pricing, I've never had to pay for it as I was using it for work, but there is a free option, and of course there's limitations to that, but the amount of features that are already available to you are a great way to kind of play around with it and see if you like it as well. But overall, it's a very great tool for, brainstorming and ideation, which is what I use it for. So the fourth tool that I use but I don't use as often would be Abstract, and this is a design collaboration tool which integrates with Sketch and Adobe XD. It's great for working on the same file as someone else at the same time, and being able to work on the most updated versions, but also being able to bring back kind of the previous versions if needed. And what's great also is that you can bring only what's in scope into a centralized master file. So that being said, it's definitely a bit confusing at first to use. And there should be a common method share within the whole team, so files don't get messy. But to be honest, I'm still pretty new with this specific tool itself. When I got the chance to use it, I thought it was pretty useful, especially when I was collaborating with my other design team members. And I know that with Abstract, you can also hand off designs to developers, but this is actually a segue to the next tool that I use, which is Zeppelin. The very last design tool that I like to use for my design process would be Zeppelin. And Zeppelin is a collaboration and handoff software for product teams. For me personally, I use it for handing off designs to developers. It's the easiest way to do so, and being able to export designs in just one click through the Sketch plugin is very easy and useful as well. It makes my life and the developer's life so much easier. And what's so great about Zeppelin is that there's annotations that are automatically added to the design. So like the sizes, the colors, here you can see the description, kind of the typeface, everything that the developers need to know in order to implement your designs. Zeppelin does that for you. So there's none of that back and forth about specs. And also with this tool, I'm still pretty new, but again, when I did use it, it was very useful and helpful, which is why I'm mentioning it now in this video as well. So those are the 5 design tools that I use as a product designer and I cannot live without. Of course, these are just the tools that I use personally. If you guys have any suggestions on other tools that I might use and put in my toolkit, please let me know in the comments down below. I heard some really good things about Figma, so I might get onto that. That being said though, if you guys enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!